G'day guys and girls, it is Dominic here from Yak Hunters Australia, and today we're coming to you from the banks of the Brisbane River, wanting to tell you a little bit about a new kayak that has come into the stable of pedal kayaks brought out by Baysports Australia. So what we have here is the Pedal Pro 376 Superlite. Now we're going to get into what Superlite means in just a moment, but what we want to do is take you through the tail of the tape of this kayak, tell you all about it so you can make the best decision that you can when looking for your next kayak. So the key point of difference that really sets this kayak aside from many others that you're going to find on the market is its lightweight construction. So it's what's called an ABS thermoform construction rather than your standard polyethylene construction. So now we know a little bit more about the thermoform design. Let's go through the tail of the tape for this particular kayak. As the name suggests, it is 376 centimeters long and 87 centimeters wide. Let's go from tip to tail and walk you through the features of this kayak. So with most kayaks, you're going to have your handle up the front, so they've ticked a box there. We come into the front storage well, which has removable bungees, so you can put any of your gear that you're going to need for the day out on the water in here and have it secured with the bungee. We've got our first set of rails here. So there are 3 different sets of rails across this kayak. Now for those that are new to either kayak fishing or recreational kayaking, you might find these on a lot of kayaks, but they are really, really important. So this is where you're going to be able to put things like camera booms. As we come further down, you're going to have things like fish finders. And then at the back, you may put things like navigational lights or beacon lights to be able to keep you nice and safe on the water. You're also going to be able to put your rod holders and anything else that comes out via various brands that will enable you to attach things to your kayak. We've got the first storage well at the front here, a simple twist and pull open, and you can store your items in the center of the kayak. Coming a little bit further down, you've got the first 2 of 4 rod holders. So you can stick your fishing rods in here when you don't need them in your hands. Progressing further down to probably the next most exciting feature of this kayak, and that is the pedal drive system. So Baysports calls this their impulse drive. Now, the thing that is much like the rest of the kayak is pretty exciting here is how light this pedal drive system is. It honestly is the lightest pedal drive that I have ever picked up in my years of kayak fishing. Like most pedal drives, this one here, a very simple forward action, stop, and reversing action. So not too much effort to be able to get forwards and backwards in the water. Coming further back, you've got your second set of handles here to be able to carry this kayak down to the water. And then a great little feature upgrade I've seen from some of the other Baysports models is the rudder system here. So the rudder system, very simply, you can attach to one of the rails. You can put it on the right hand side of the kayak, or if you're a lefty, throw it on the other side, and as you're traveling forwards or backwards, a very simple motion of pushing right, you're going to go right, you pull it to the left, and you're going to start going left. So essentially, you're going to be propelling yourself forward with your feet. You'll have one hand maneuvering you about, which makes it a really, really easy day on the water. We come back now to the seat. Now, at the risk of repeating myself here, if you've seen any of the other videos that we've put up for Baysports, one of the things I love about a seat here is that it is raised off the bottom of the kayak. Now, having a raised seat, one, it's going to be more comfortable, but it's more comfortable for a couple of key reasons. The first one is that your backside is off the bottom of the kayak. No matter how waterproof a kayak is, you are always going to get water into the bottom of your kayak. So it's important to keep your backside up out of that water and keep you dry whilst you're out there. The second part of having a raised kayak seat is how much more comfortable and adjustable it is for your back positions. Anyone with lower back problems, you might think sitting in a kayak all day is going to be a real issue. As long as you've got a raised, comfortable seat, you're going to be a-okay. So this one here is able to be slid forwards or backwards depending on the length of your legs, so you can make sure that you're in a comfortable position to access the pedals. Once you have it in position, you simply tighten the 4 little screws here and you're all set in a comfortable position. You've also got the ability to be able to tighten or loosen straps on the sides here to be able to adjust your upright position. Coming further back, you've got the second set of rod holders, another set of track rails, and another well at the back here, once again with bungees that you can take off to make sure that you're securing your gear. Coming towards the very end of the kayak now, we have another storage hatch that you can pop open and put more things in the hull of the vessel. And then coming to the very back, you've got your rudder system. Now, a nice little upgrade on this one compared to other rudder systems of a similar design is, instead of having one pulley rope where you've got to pull side to side, this particular kayak has 2 different pulley systems. You've got one on the side here that will pull the rudder up, and on the other side, a simple one to pull it back down. So if you're in a seated position, being able to get rudder up and down as you're coming into the shore is going to be key. Last thing, you've got another little handle here to help you carry things around. So that's the tail of the tape of this particular kayak. I like the little feature upgrades that they've done. Let's go and have a look to see how this thing performs. Nice and stable. Surprisingly. Okay guys, so we've had the Pedal Pro 376 Superlite on the water, and it's time to give you a bit of feedback on what it feels like out there. So the first thing that really came to my attention was how buoyant this kayak is. It's weight rated to 220 kilos, and you saw me jumping up and down, rocking from side to side. This really is a buoyant boat. The next thing that was really a pleasant result of the on-water test was how maneuverable this kayak was. You saw me at full lock doing 360s and had a really tight turning circle. So the ease of being able to go left and right and forwards and backwards in this kayak is a real plus. And for someone, if you've never been in a pedal kayak before, it's going to be very easy for you to be able to get in and maneuver about on this one. It was really, really comfortable. I could stand up, so if you're kayak fishing, you can start casting with no problems at all. Plenty of leg space for me. And overall, a really neat little package combined with only being 31 kilos in weight. So I can see this kayak having many applications, whether it be for leisure or for fishing. So what's this going to cost you? On the website right now, it is $2,299. So for me, a really nice middle level priced kayak for you to be able to get out on the water, whether you're an experienced fisherman or the first time out on the water enjoying kayaking as a leisure time hobby. So that's it from us, from Yak Hunters Australia. Hope you enjoyed the review, and get out there on a kayak.